Hello there. I'm Lee. That's Susan. And in the background there's Alex.
No, her name is Audrey too.
Yeah, Audrey, and that's Audrey too as well. Today we are discussing a movie based on a Broadway musical, which was based on a 1960 movie. So, so this is the third adaptation of this. We are talking Little Shop of Horrors. So, without further ado, Susan, will you feed me?
Yes, I will. I'll even drop a little blood. Let me tell you about this. It's like Triffids. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's got that cool, it's like the Terror of the Vervoids on our other favorite show, Doctor Who, and it's got this amazing plant, and this amazing plant starts really small, just a little bulb of nothing, and grows to be enough to destroy a city block. And let me tell you, Audrey's a great singer. She's got all these other little faces that join her at the end, and it's a great musical. The songs are absolutely super catchy. I mean, it's a really fun show, and so I really enjoyed it, and the cast is amazing, and the special effects are great because it's all puppetry. It's like Henson puppetry, I think. And so, I mean, fun storyline. The guy does get the girl, but then the plant comes back too. It is like it's like one of those things that in Montana, where I grew up, we used to talk about having these noxious weeds. You'd have to clean your equipment before you went to town, because otherwise you'd spread the little noxious weeds all over town. And I mean, like, that's just dangerous, especially if they can eat you. We had our noxious weeds in Montana weren't so carnivorous, but I know that there are some other plants on Earth that are, and as I mean, as far as I know, they don't talk, but I could be wrong. I know that the ants talk, so I guess trees do somewhat. So I don't know. It's a challenge for, and it begins with a fantasy theme, and the fantasy theme is valid, and the science fiction of it's valid, because it turns out Audrey sings about being a mean green mother from outer space. And you gotta love it. You gotta love all this. So yeah, those are really my opening thoughts. And back over to you.
Thank you, Susan. It's just a wacky, fun musical. Because musicals sort of went out of fashion, didn't they? After their heyday in the 1950s, 60s, the musicals sort of drifted away. Occasionally, one or two pop up every now and again, with some success.
Yes.
This one wasn't very successful at the theatre as a movie, but has become more of has a cult following, cult status now after the years and years. Became more successful on its release on video and stuff like that. So people didn't go to the theatres to see it, which is a shame, because they would have enjoyed it.
Yep.
But people are enjoying it now. You've got a great cast list on here. Seymour, Rick Moranis. Who else have we got on now? Ellen Green as Audrey. Vincent Gardenia as Mr. Munchnick.
His last name, though. The actor's last name, though. Victor Gardenia.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the casting wrote itself. Oh my gosh, it was already done. Oh my gosh.
Then you've got Steve Martin as the leather-clad dentist, biker dentist. You've also got cameos from the likes of Christopher Guest, John Candy, Bill Murray.
Yep.
Great cast. But for me, what made this movie and gave Audrey 2 character was Levi Stubbs. Levi Stubbs' voice for the plant.
Yeah.
What a masterstroke. As you know, he was the lead singer of which group, Susan?
Earth, Wind and Fire?
No, Four Tops.
The Four Tops.
But I think it was the Four Tops. What the Temptations? No, it was the Four Tops. I'm sure it was the Four Tops. Yeah.
Well, let me check because honestly, I can.
It was definitely the Four Tops. Yeah, he was the main voice of the Four Tops, and it gave the plant character. And as you say, the animatronics of the plant, the puppetry, it had to be there because who directed it? Frank Oz. Frank Oz directed this.
Oh, that's right.
Known for Muppets and so the puppetry of the plant was brilliant. And as you said, the musical numbers, just your feet start tapping along to them, and they're not as well known as some other musical songs, like say for like the Rocky Horror and stuff like that. But once the songs get going, you think, oh yes, I have heard this before. So shall we go to favourite moments and stuff like that?
Yep.
Over to you.
Hang on a second. Okay. Okay, so it's based on a Roger Corman story, and it's one of those monster stories that he was good at from the 60s. And so I really liked that they went to the stage with it, and then they went back into into a movie. And the musical was great, and the cast was amazing. My favorite parts of this were the where he was chopping up the dentist, and first of all, the dentist was a sadist, and it really tweaked Seymour's little noodle to be feeding this sadist into his plant. So I mean, there were some real interesting twists and turns in that spot. And the other thing that I really liked, the other scene that I really liked was at the end where she is singing, and all of those her little foreheads come out and sing. And then there was always that trio of basically like the rondelles.
The three girls.
Yeah, I liked how they showed up in everything.
And their names was Chiffon, Ronette, and Crystal.
Yep.
Which comes from the girl groups of was it the 50s, 60s?
Yeah, correct. There was the rondelles, the chiffons, and the ones who sang Crystal Blue. Yeah, anyway, so quite right. Good catch, Lee. Good job. And like it was like the other thing that was really great was that the music was so intentionally great that Geffen released it.
Yeah, yeah. David Geffen was the producer, I think, on this.
Yeah, and you know, he released a lot of the good solid music stuff in the 80s and 90s, and Geffen Records and stuff. So that was great. And then the other thing that was cool was hang on a sec. Yeah, Levi Stubbs was awesome. Ellen Green, she was, you know, she did a lot of stuff that was really, really sort of genre or kitsch stuff. Like she was known for doing all those things. She was in One Fine Day. She was in The Untold Story. She was in she was in that was recently. She did. She was in Hannibal, but back in the day, she was in a lot of musical stuff like Rockadoodle, Pump Up the Volume, Glory Glory, Talk Radio. She was in Sesame Street and sang on Sesame Street. She was in I'm Dancing as Fast as I Can. Yeah, so she did a lot of singing and a lot of musical stuff, and she was quite well known. In this one, she pulls off the most amazing sort of, you know, perfect New York accent, like that whole thing, and that was repeated later in. I mean, even Doctor Who had a character that sounded like that quintessential high tone New York accent. Harry Mulligan, the other one. Anyway, fun stuff. It was super fun stuff, and I really enjoyed it. And I mean, I meant to watch it a while ago, and it was great to have it in my ears again and in my eyes. It was so fun. So yeah,
it is a fun movie, yeah. Especially when you realize what it's about. It is a fun movie, but it's about murder and
it's a bit like Sweeney Todd, only with agriculture.
I was sat watching this, and I was taking it all in, and then I'm thinking, you know, just the extras walking by, or when they're all singing, there's people singing in the background, and I'm thinking, I know these faces, all these all these extra actors. And I thought, well, how do I know them? So I checked. It was made in England, wasn't it? It was made at Pinewood, so they're all they're all English extras, which have appeared in other things on our TV or on movies over here. So yeah, I thought, oh yeah, I know that face from somewhere. Made in Pinewood. I think it was on the Bond stage to be. So I think that's where they built the streets. But yeah, I mean the music on this. I mean, to me, I mean that when Audrey sings "Somewhere That's Green," that's a brilliant song.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a rocking out song. It's just a slow sort of
a ballad.
Dreamlike ballad, thinking of her future. And then you go from that, then you go to the classic dentist song. where he likes to inflict pain on all his patients and even his staff. Which, did you notice Margulies in there?
Yeah,
Miriam Margulies, that was the dentist nurse.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I thought, oh God, Miriam's in this.
yeah.
But yeah, but one of my favourite scenes is when Bill Murray turns up as a patient in the dentist, and he gets off on pain, but so does the dentist. But he doesn't like the way, because he's enjoying it. So inflict more pain on him, please. I think I need a root canal doing. But in the end, he throws him out because his pain is inflicted on him. He's enjoying it too much. I think it's a great scene, that. Rick Moranis, a very underrated actor, really.
He is.
Yeah, I know he retired from acting a while back, and he's sort of resurfaced just the past year or so. But in nearly every movie he popped up in, he was a great character actor, comedy character actor. It's just those features and proves that he had a singing voice.
Yeah.
And for him and his acting against that great big plant, singing with the plant, feed me.
And then harmonizing with Ellen Green, like just beautiful harmonies.
Yeah, Suddenly Seymour.
Yeah.
Brilliant song. Yeah, it is a fun movie. And it's good that they didn't do the original ending, because they did an alternate ending, because the original ending was that Audrey would have died, not go off with Seymour, sort of thing.
She would have died when the roof caved in.
He would have, I think, saved her from the plants, but she died of her injuries, mostly, fatally wounded.
Oh.
But I think this did need a sort of happy ending.
Yeah.
But did they, because of that little plant? What was there?
Yeah. The trip heads, I tell you, it's the trip heads.
So, anything else we want to say about Little Shop of Horrors?
Yeah, just going back to the cameos. There was John Scott Martin also.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, one of the guys looking through the window.
Yeah, and then and then there was Danny John Jules from Red Dwarf.
As the doo-woppers.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. So it's just you got to look, because if you blink, you'll miss them.
Yeah, seriously. I did miss them, and then but now I'm clued in. I won't miss them anymore. That's fun.
Oh. So if we've got nothing else to say, shall we go to our usual final say and score?
Yeah, or we could sing our way out.
Oh my God.
All right, never mind. Never mind.
We're trying to get viewers and subscribe.
Oh no. Yeah, okay. That's a good point.
Over to you.
All right. Well, I will I'll give this a really good score, because it's really good movie. And Frank Oz, I owe so much to him. He created one of my favorite Star Wars characters, and he created the Sesame Street and the Muppet Company, and he's just so amazing. such a creator. And let's see. So for all of that, I'll give this 9.5 root stocks out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, I enjoyed this. It's a pity it wasn't a huge hit when it was first released, but people have discovered it over the years, so they're enjoying it now. So, but it does make me wonder, not wonder if and when they ever do another stage play of this, a tour of this, Broadway or West End, wherever, if it'd be as good as it was back then. Because I don't know if it has toured for many years. So, but you never know. They always bring these old musicals back every so often.
Yeah.
Would be good to see this on stage.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm going to give it 9. What shall I give it? I'm going to give it 9 mean green mothers from outer space out of 10.
Such a good song. Oh my gosh. And it really just tells this. It tells the fantasy. It tells the science fiction part of it. And because of that song, it reminds Alex so much of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
But it did.
The premise is the same, that these people, these creatures come from outer space and want to either party with us or eat us.
I mean, the beginning of this movie, there's like a little bit of narration, isn't there?
Yeah.
And to me, at the beginning of this, and then you look at Rocky Horror. I mean, there wasn't like a narration, but it was,
there was a narrator through it.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm saying there was just a bit of narration at the beginning of this, and it was sort of built, sort of giving you the insight of what was going to happen, and you do get the Rocky Horror feel just from the beginning of this.
Yeah.
And I thought, we're sitting down here, we're going to have some fun here. But yeah, that's.
Don't forget it was Blofeld from the Sean Connery movies.
And the other thing is oh, I forget what I was going to say. Oh, that's all right. I just had a.
Okay. So if you think of it, just blurt it out before I finish. But yeah, that's our little review of Little Shop of Horrors. And of course, I've got it on disc. So, you guys out there, please leave a comment. Let us know what you think of the movie. If anybody's seen the musical on stage, let us know.
Yeah.
Is it as as enjoyable as the movie was? Also, if you want to be part of our group, leave messages, leave a comment. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, so you can contact us at any time. We'll try and get you on. 18 plus for the age. All we ask is you have a PC, laptop, tablet, and as Susan mentioned a week or so ago, maybe a phone. As long as you've got a working camera and microphone, you're good to go. So please get in touch. It'll be good to see other people on here. Because we do get lonely sometimes, don't we, Susan?
Yeah.
Well, I do.
I'm not as much fun as I used to be.
And before I forget as well, if you do subscribe to us on YouTube, remember to press the bell notification button and you'll get notified every time we put a video So I think that's it, isn't it, Susan?
Yep, that's it.
Until next time, I think we will see you somewhere that's green.
Yep.